Sorry.
I love it.
Okay, now we can start. Now we're good. Now my mouth hurts from
Giggling.
smiling so much. Okay. Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Off the Shelf. Today I have one of my good friends and also a massive bookworm, Madison, joining us today.
Hi, hello.
Thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you for having me.
It's been a while since we've chatted about books.
A long time.
I'm excited. Do you want to give us, like, everyone a little blurb about who you are, what you like, what you do?
I hate that question, but we'll try. It's the worst.
But I know, but you have to talk about yourself. You have to put yourself on this pedestal, or I will do it for you.
Yeah, which that's even worse. I know. Hi, I'm Madison. I make book content. That's my whole damn thing. I read for a living, and it's the best thing ever. Live in downtown Toronto. What else?
That's it. Honestly, that's better than what I can do sometimes. Because I'm just like, hi, I make book content.
Yeah.
And I like to read and I combine them both.
Literally, and that's where we met in the middle.
That's it.
I met a camera and a book.
Anyways, okay, I'll give you an easier question then. What are like 5 books that define who you are as a reader?
5 is a hard number because I feel like...
No, I thought 1 is the hardest number.
No, I have a 1.
What's the 1?
You know my 1.
It's Olivia Blake something.
That's a good 2, but Magnolia.
But okay, I did know that.
Yeah.
Really?
1
So
would be
that
Magnolia.
takes the cake over.
Done. 100%.
Wow.
Yeah. Magnolia Parks is like a spiritual experience for me.
The whole series, or the first book, or the last book?
All of it. Every single one. I've read the first 4 books 3 times. I listen to them once a month. Like I like give myself 1 book a month. And I'm like, that's the one that I'm allowed to listen to this month. Apart from that, definitely Olivia Blake.
Okay.
Magnolia Parks and Olivia Blake, One for My Enemy, are the only 2 books I have tattoos for. So I feel like that's where that line is.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then the 3 runners up then are
7 Year Slip. Ashley Poston. Is that not, you don't like that one, do you? I know. That book changed me as a human.
I love Ashley Poston.
Yes.
Love the novel love story.
Which is crazy because that's an unpopular take. People think the novel love story is the worst one.
Really?
Yeah. Wait, really? Is this news to
know
you?
That's news. I knew that I was in the minority for 7 Year Slip.
Yes.
I
fair.
thought everyone loved a novel love story.
Oh my God. I was the only person that I knew that liked it other than you.
Oh, so you did like it?
I did like it,
okay,
but
great.
it's 3rd for sure out of the 3.
I still haven't read Dead Romantics.
I loved it.
The 7 Year Slip, I found to be very confusing.
Interesting.
I didn't know if they were in the present or the 7 Year Slip.
Fair. That's fair.
And I got confused.
I read it all in one sitting because I did it in a 24-hour video. So I feel like I just was locked and loaded.
Maybe, yeah. I think I got a little bored, so I did go back and forth.
That's fair.
And that, because the chapters aren't labeled by...
Yeah, I guess they're not.
No. And it's obviously the same characters.
Yeah.
So I got
That's like
really
the reading
confused.
experience of it. It's like if I read it all in one sitting, I know exactly what is going on.
Fair.
Maybe that's why.
4 and 5.
4 and 5. I'm like looking at my bookshelves in my mind. 6 of Crows.
Yes, good one. Oh, really good one.
I also feel like 5 is going to be, I'm not 100% done the series yet, but Daughter of No Worlds by Carissa Broadbent.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
I have that as an audiobook, and then I immediately regretted doing it as an audiobook.
That's what everyone says.
Because it's too confusing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need to sit down with those words and like fully take in.
It was amazing. Actually, that's another one that I did in a 24-hour reading video.
Really?
Crazy. It's a 600-page fantasy.
Holy crap.
It actually took me 18 hours of the challenge, but my friend gave it to me and was like, you have to read this. Yeah, I think that one's going to be up there. I think fantasy-wise, that's my favorite world right now. I feel like there's going to be a book on my bookshelves I'm going to get home and it's going to be like, really? You forgot me?
That's okay. I always, even like someone will ask for a rec and then I just like, my mind goes blank and then I'm like, I have so many other book recs to give other than this one that I just gave.
Always think of. I know. The list is small. Also, Abby Jimenez, obviously.
Oh my God. Yeah. Which one's your favorite?
Say You'll Remember Me.
That's no. Wait, really?
Yeah, I know you didn't like it.
I didn't love it.
I know.
Okay, here's the thing. I gave it 4 stars.
Yeah.
The other one's just like, absolutely
eat your heart out. I know. Just This Summer was so good though because it was the end of the trilogy.
Yes.
If it was the first, it wouldn't have hit the same. And Say You'll Remember Me is the first. So we're gonna get like a Just for the Summer at the end of that trilogy. Also, I am a very like memories, like sentimental type person. I sobbed that entire book. Like,
me too.
The entire time. Yeah. Destroyed as a human.
It was devastating.
Devastating.
That was the Alzheimer's, right? That's why?
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. And she was very like, I want to be there for the moments. I want to be there for the memories. And like, yeah, I get that. I think what Abby Jimenez does so well that's so crazy is she takes like one streamlined idea, like thought, like this character dealing with a parent that has Alzheimer's, right?
Yeah.
And gives the two main characters the opposite sides of the spectrum. Like same with Emma and Justin in Just for the Summer. Like they have the same issue, like a same familial issue, but they're on different coins of it. So they like help each other come to the realization that their choices are fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's a mastermind.
They really pack a punch. So yours truly is my favorite.
Yeah.
The whole like kidney.
I know.
Oh my. I don't think I cried at, I think Say Your Memory was the only book that I cried at.
No, I was a mess, all of them.
And the other thing is too, I read them all out of order.
Yeah, see, that's a crime.
I don't know if we talked about this before. I read Just for the Summer first because it was my book of the month pick.
I knew that. Yeah.
And then I read yours. So at first I loved that one. And then yours truly took my number one favorite. And then Part of Your World. See, the thing is, if I started with Part of Your World, I would not have continued the series.
That's crazy because I still liked Part of Your World. But yeah, no, it's really bad in comparison.
It's just like, I liked the book and everything. I just hated the main girl.
Alexis, right?
Oh my God, she aggravated me to no end.
I don't remember her at all, which I feel like says a lot.
Because it's an age gap.
Yeah.
So she's older, which is another thing where I'm like, I like the guy to be older.
That's fair. No, that's fair.
So
you're like,
sorry.
I put myself in the shoes of the main character.
Crazy older. Well, that's the thing. I'm like, I would not date younger.
No. I just can't relate.
Especially like, I think they're like 11 years younger.
Something like that, yeah.
I don't think I can do that.
Yeah.
No, but the entire book, because her family is like so high and mighty, and he's like a small town boy, she was embarrassed to bring him around her family.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And
I didn't even think of that.
I was just like, how can you do this to this sweet man?
I feel like I read it the other way, that she wasn't embarrassed to bring him because of his age. She was embarrassed to bring him because they were hard on her.
I think, embarrassed just like in general. And I was just like, get up.
And do the damn thing.
And just show, like,
I know.
But the ending was like what made it
worth
me.
It.
Yeah, because now I'm kind of blanking on it, but she has like some sort of like show or like speech or something, and he ends up showing up for it. And just like the way that she spoke about him at the end of the book, I was like, I think I still gave it 4 stars.
Yeah, Abby Jimenez just knows how to do it. Actually, her first series I just finished, I listened to them all on audio.
I haven't read it yet.
They were fine.
Okay.
Yeah, the third book in the series, Life's Too Short, I did really, really love.
Yeah.
It was the first time that like telltale Abby Jimenez, like dealing with the same issue on different sides, kind of started to come into play. And that one I thought was so good. But the first two, like, you really can see how her writing has grown.
Yeah.
But I thought Just for the Summer hit so hard because of how they connected. But yours truly is the best representation of anxiety I've ever read.
100%.
Yeah.
Especially like to have it in the male character was something that I hadn't read before.
Yeah.
And I thought the representation of that was so well done. And like so many things that happened in the book were not like, and it wasn't like in your face anxiety either.
Yeah.
Like I don't even know if it's mentioned in the synopsis.
It's not. I don't think so. Yeah, not the synopsis.
But she writes it so beautifully where it's not like telling you how to deal with anxiety. It's telling you that it's okay to have anxiety.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I loved it.
The little notes, like just like it was an obvious for her that she was like, sure, if this is easier for you. But no, the representation. We love to see some representation.
Oh my God, we do. And especially like done so well. That's the only reason I loved their story. That's the only reason why I wish I read Part of Your World first, because Brianna is in the first book quite a bit because they're best friends.
Yeah.
So it was like kind of an Easter egg to go back and read Part of Your World and to get that. But it would have packed more of a punch if I read her
in the right order.
In the correct order.
Yeah.
Yes. But the thing is, I read so many books series out of order.
I know. I don't know how you do that. I want to be like that.
The thing is, if it's just like a book stands out to me more than the others, then I'm just going to pick it up.
See, that's like a great way to live. Like I've never DNF'd a book.
I have, but very rarely.
Yeah. Because it feels like wasted time.
So you actually, like, you really won't DNF it?
I don't think I ever have. Like,
wow.
I will come back to it.
Well, even like I looked at your Goodreads beforehand. You didn't even have a DNF
no.
tab.
No. Yeah, no, never done it. Yeah. I have books that are like sitting on my Kindle like 50%, but
okay,
that they're not done.
So
I haven't given up.
You will eventually come back to them. So
yes.
I have two. I have DNF.
Yeah.
And then I have come back to later.
Yeah.
As a shelf. I will eventually come back and pick this up.
Yeah.
Eventually.
It's going to happen. Yeah. I believe in that for us.
Absolutely. Okay. talk to me about Magnolia Parks.
Okay.
As someone who has like never read the series before, I know like we've talked about it briefly.
Yeah.
But like, pitch me on it. How like when did you originally pick it up, and what made you like fall in love with it?
Okay, honestly, Magnolia Parks is the reason I am a reader. Like,
okay,
yeah. So the synopsis on me like getting into reading and doing all of this, I didn't read a ton as a kid, and then I had like a pretty toxic work experience downtown Toronto that was like just not a great situation. And I remember I called my mom one day, and my mom's my best friend in like the entire world. She knows everything. Yeah. And I hadn't told her a lot. And I finally like just dumped everything. Okay. And she was like, I don't care what we have to do. We have to get you out. Like if you have to move home, whatever it is. So I quit and I started reading for fun, just like as something to do. Okay. And I started getting book talk videos, and I was like, crazy. Like I'm going to read a book. Yeah. That's so wild of me. And obviously started with It Ends With Us. Started that.
Okay.
Yeah. And then did It Ends With Us, Verity, and then someone another influencer that I was friends with posted like that she was reading Magnolia Parks, and she said it's like Gossip Girl, and like
yes,
I have no book friends at this point. I'm like, sure, I'm gonna buy this.
What year was this?
Oh, must have been 2022.
Okay, so like very recent then.
Very recent, okay. Yeah. Maybe 23. No, it's 2025. Yeah, okay, 2022. Yeah, 2022. And she posted in her story, I got it. I was going on a trip, so I was like, I'm just going to bring it. And I started it there. I read the entire Magnolia Park series in like a month, and I was like, well, this is crazy. I love this. And then I read ACOTAR.
Ah, okay. Yeah. Did you like ACOTAR?
I did.
You did?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, and then never stopped.
Wow.
Yeah.
Give us like a synopsis of Magnolia Parks, because as someone who hasn't watched Gossip Girl.
Yes, that was the original question. So sorry.
It's okay.
Yeah, it's honestly the way that I always explain it, if I have to say it in like a tagline, is it's like toxic Gossip Girl meets London High Society, but like rip your heart out. Okay. It's all of the tropes you don't like done in a way that feels very realistic. So
that's a good tagline for it.
Yeah.
Because when I see Magnolia Parks, I think like cheating, toxic.
Yeah.
But written in a way like that.
That it's like it's your best friend who goes back to the guy that cheated on her, but like he has his trauma, she has her trauma. There's like a reason for it. It's not like just, haha, he cheated on me in a book. She writes she writes the nuanced moments of like small, like getting tea in the kitchen or like going to the laundromat. The Magnolia Parks girlie will know why that's important. But like little things that gives the characters so much, I don't want to say nuance, but like it is nuance. They feel so real that you understand why they're in the situation that they're in. Like she has a quote in it that is like on the back of the first Magnolia Parks book that's like, cut me and I'd bleed him. But they're like so entwined that it's like, I'm not mad that you cheated on her. I just like am upset with the fact that you guys cannot handle your things. Like you can't get over it. And they grew up with so much money and there's so much paparazzi. Okay. Like there's so many external sources, but you have the like small moments of them at home in their like personal lives. It's like peeking behind the window of these people. There's no way they're not real. Like there's just no way that Jessa writes these people and like these big personalities and they're not real. Obviously they're not, but I feel like they are. Yeah.
Someone who doesn't read is going to be listening and be like, they're not
she's
real.
Crazy. Yeah. She's a little too invested.
Oh my. Okay, so how many books are in the series?
5 so far. There's going to be 2 more Daisy books.
Okay. Run me through so the main girl is who?
So there's 2 like corresponding timelines essentially. So there's Magnolia and BJ. And then, and that's like the main couple.
Those are the first 2 books?
No.
First book.
The first, the third, and the fifth.
First, third, fifth.
Yeah. And then the second, fourth, sixth, and seventh will be Daisy, Christian, and Julian. Okay. So Magnolia Parks is like the box set. That's what they are. It's like their group of friends. They call themselves a box set. They all went to private school together, boarding school together. And it's like a group of girls and guys that have been friends forever. Magnolia and BJ are like in that group. Christian is also in that group. And then Daisy hates and Julian hates. They're like the head of the biggest crime family in London. Yeah. So
I didn't know crime ever came into these books. I thought it was just like
it's like
toxic
art theft.
Friendships.
Yeah.
And that was it.
Honestly, no, not at all. Yeah.
Wait, okay, I'm excited now.
So it like follows, you get like a Magnolia and BJ book, and then you'll get a Daisy and Christian book, and it's the same timeline. So like you're in those characters' point of views, and then it's the same experiences with these characters. And then moving forward. Yeah.
I haven't heard of any other book series being written like that, other than like novellas, but not 2 full-fledged books.
Yes,
happening at the same time with totally different.
Yeah. The way that Jessa talks about the books, I think is so interesting. Like she said that she like basically got the entire story as like a download like forever ago. And she had undiagnosed ADHD and like couldn't get it out. And then she was able to finally get it out. And she's like, every single thing that happens in the books, like I know. I've known for years and years and years, like every single thing that's going to happen in every single chapter. Like I know who these people are. And she just like has blessed us with writing it down so we can experience it. It's crazy.
Wow. Have you ever met her in person?
No.
If you were going to like meet her, what would you ask?
I have no idea. She's like actually one of the people that do you know, like you can't meet your celebrities?
Meet your heroes.
Yeah. Like that's probably one person that like I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
You just like respect the work and.
Yeah. I also like feel things far too deeply. Like I am not like normal with how I like things. Like I don't know how to normally like things. I don't normally like
Magnolia. You obsess a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Like they're real.
Yeah. Yes, that's fine.
Yeah.
I went through that phase with A Court of Mist and Fury.
Yeah. See, valid.
When I read it for the first time, I was just like, number one, no book is ever going to compare to this. And this is fantasy, but this is real life. Like
it has to be.
It impacted me too much to just be words on paper.
Yeah. It's just not.
No.
But that's like people who don't read. It's like you'll never get the feeling. It's fine that you won't, but like you don't get why I'm here.
No, not at all.
Yeah. This is where I'd rather be.
I hate those like I saw a TikTok recently where it was like readers are just like reading a combination of 26 letters on paper. And I was like, you've obviously never picked up a book in your life.
Never. Yeah.
Because the impact it has, damn.
I know.
Okay.
That's the lore on Magnolia.
Okay. And then Olivia Blake.
Yeah.
Where do I need to start there?
Chronological order, like publication order. 100%.
It's not one big series; it's multiple books.
Yeah. So I would say, I've never heard anybody else describe it like this, but I think she has two veins of books. Also, I just finished Gifted and can try again. I just finished Gifted and Talented, so I feel like now I can explain them well. Yeah. But she has like One for My Enemy and Masters of Death. Those are her like standalone fantasies. They're like modern day fantasies. Which one do you have the tattoo for? One for My Enemy. One for My Enemy. So One for My Enemy is like a modern day Romeo and Juliet retelling between two families of witches.
Okay.
It's really good. It's in like downtown New York. She just like, I always explain that she's like modern day Shakespeare because the way that she writes just like, it's going to stand the test of time. Like I really do think it will. Okay. And then, so that's just like fun fantasy. It's pretentious in a fun way. It's pretentious in like an important feeling kind of way. Yeah. Masters of Death was then like the second one that I read. And that book is like all about cheating death. And I was a completely changed person. Like I was like, oh wait, I fear I want to live. That actually gave me the reason to live because I feel like I was maybe 20s and confused. This book had the answers. Mm-hmm. Alone with You in the Ethers, then her like romance kind of. So my favorite. So
when that's the only one I've seen really like blow up on my For You page.
Crazy because it's my least favorite, like shockingly.
Really?
Yeah, it's confusing.
Well, I'm trying to remember this like the plot of it right now.
It's like two people, a guy and a girl, and they both have like different reasons. It's really dark, but like both have different reasons for like being alive. He can continue living because he does the same thing every single day. And she can continue living because she knows that she can do whatever she wants. She can make some crazy decision, like go somewhere crazy, whatever, but she does the same thing every single day. So they're in different veins. And it's basically 6 conversations that they have as like experiencing life with like kind of the same thought patterns, but in opposite directions.
Wait, what do you mean 6 conversations?
It's 6 conversations. So they have they have 6 conversations and then it like becomes something.
Oh, okay.
And it's just very tangential. It's really beautiful. Like it's really well written, but you'll be like here on a thought and then here on a thought and then here on a thought. There's no chapters. Like it's just like you're just following brain waves. It's crazy. And then the other vein of Olivia Blake is like her Atlas 6 Gifted Talented.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah. So that's like much more dark academic-esque language. But like the Atlas 6 series, if you can like buckle down and sit with it and like actually read it, like will change your life. It is so thought-provoking. No characters are likable. Like they're not supposed to be. But they're unlikable in, again, like kind of a human way. Okay. But with Gifted and Talented, the way that I described it was like, it's like you did, let me try again.
Yeah.
It's like you could not forget the terms that you learned in university sociology. And like you just like the way you view the world now is through the lens of having gone to university sociology. And that's the characters are growing up as like billionaires. And they all are obviously extremely talented. They all have been very successful. But what comes of that once we have all of these progenies children? So it's very academic feeling, but in a way that is like very modern.
I don't think I would hate that.
You would love it.
But I can't start there, can I?
No. Yeah, you could. I would start with One for My Enemy just because I know you like fun fantasy, kind of vibes, and get used to her writing. But then, you can go straight into the Atlas 6 and Gifted and Talented. For sure.
Wait, Gifted and Talented is on its own or in
It's a standalone.
Oh, it is a standalone.
But it's kind of like they feel like if I had to group them, like One for My Enemy and Masters of Death are kind of like in their same vein. And then the more like dark academia coded would be Gifted and Talented and the Atlas 6.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you take it to heart when you recommend one of these books to people and they don't like it?
Honestly, like Magnolia Parks, no.
Okay.
Because like I get it. Like it's some people are just not going to like it and that's fine. Olivia Blake, I think there's no way that you could sit and read it and give it the time that I gave it and not like it. Right. Do you know what I mean? Like there's value in it. I also just think like her messaging is really beautiful, but no, I don't take offense if someone doesn't like it. It's also like it takes a lot. Like I've read like full passages to my boyfriend and he's like, yeah, no, it's great. Like, no, it is beautifully written, but yeah, no. Like you really have to sit with it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Damn. Okay. So do I start with Magnolia Parks or do I start with Alone with You in the Ether?
Not Alone with You in the Ether. Don't read that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Skip it.
I don't know. You can read it. Definitely read it eventually, but I don't think that you'll love the tangentialness of it. Like it's beautifully written, but it's very like, wait, sorry. Like I actually have no idea what you're saying. Like I have no idea where you're going with this. And it's just sad, but it's beautiful, but it's sad. But like I would say start with One for My Enemy. That's where I started.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can do that.
And the Atlas 6 is like a commitment. Like they're like 700-page tiny font, big hardbacks.
I'm in a slump right now.
No. So we're gonna start with like you could do One for My Enemy. It's like different than something that you've read, but Magnolia Parks is like reality.
I think you and I have similar reading tastes, except when it comes to these two series that I have not gotten into.
I think you would love Magnolia, to be honest. I think you could get into it. Do you like reality TV?
Yes and no.
Yeah.
I just watched Traitors.
I haven't seen it. I have no idea what that is.
No, really?
Yeah, wait, no.
Oh my God. I talked about this in the last episode that we just filmed, but
you're obsessed.
I am, and I don't like reality TV.
Okay.
I like Survivor.
Yeah.
And I like Traitors.
Okay. What's it about?
Traitors is about these like 25 people who are past reality TV stars. So from like Big Brother, Survivor, Vanderpump Rules, all of that. They put them all in this Scottish castle in Scotland.
Okay.
And 3 or 4 of them are anonymously named as traitors. And their role every night is to kill off.
Yeah.
Like one of the other people in the castle. And then everyone else in the castle who isn't a traitor is known as a faithful.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
And the job of the faithfuls is to figure out who the traitors are. So who's killing everyone off each night. So like every night they like vote someone off. So someone gets like killed and someone gets banished.
Okay.
But I loved like seeing all of the past reality TV stars that I have like seen, whether I watched the show or whether I've just like seen them in passing. Yeah. Loved it.
Yeah, okay, maybe I'll
watch it. And it was like
I love it.
So not up my alley.
Yeah.
But it's very Survivor-esque because they do challenges and they have immunity and things like that. And you vote someone off, and that's why I loved it.
Okay.
I have tried other reality shows.
I'm not a huge
Love
reality
is Blind,
person.
can't do.
Oh,
Ultimatum,
no.
even worse.
Yeah.
Below Deck, no.
Yeah. Okay. I feel like the Bravo reality TV is like what you have to compare.
I don't even know the difference.
That's like the Real Housewives.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So it's like more drama, but it's not like Magnolia's drama. It's just that it feels so real, and she also writes so beautifully.
Okay.
I think you'd love it.
Do you read every word, or are you a skim reader?
No, I do not skim. Are you a skim? You are a skim reader, aren't you?
Yeah, I am.
I know, that's crazy. I can't imagine. I've tried before, and I'm like, no, I'm not reading. Like I actually am thinking about something else. No. You know, I also annotate everything.
I only annotate when I know it's going to be good.
Yes. Yeah.
Like I'll annotate like an Abby Jimenez book.
Yeah.
An Emily Henry. Yeah. It definitely depends on the book, and I probably won't do it for a fantasy read.
That's crazy to me.
Really? So,
no, not at all. Actually, I understand why people don't
when
annotate.
you said that,
like actually, no, it's
a lot
crazy.
Of work.
Yeah.
When you said that book had taken you like 17 hours of the 24 hours to read,
yes.
I was like, oh, she's not a skim reader.
No, God,
she's definitely doing more than I am when it comes to reading.
I just like love to annotate. I also feel like that's my favorite part of my videos is like the way the books look, like the B-roll of books and stuff. And I don't think I've, hot take, ever gone back and read an annotation in my entire life. And every single book that I have has like easily 400 tabs in it.
Holy.
Yeah.
How do you annotate?
That's my most asked question. It's literally just a vibe. I don't know. It's really? Like that line needs to be underlined. It's like nothing. I'm not like this plot's going to connect somewhere kind of person. I'm like, that was so cute. I need to draw little hearts around it. That's more my vibe.
Okay, so you write in the book as well as tab?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I like 3-4 highlighters a book kind of annotator.
But like color of highlight doesn't matter?
One color. Always.
One color.
It's not, and I don't, that's like people are like, what color tabs do you use for like different things in books?
Yeah.
I didn't know people did that. I just go down the tab thing. So it's like rainbow.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Do you base it on the cover of the book?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we've got some sort of alignment.
Yeah. Okay. And I'll always do like the cover of the book, like the tabs and the highlighter are the same color scheme.
Okay.
And then if I don't have like a highlighter for that color, I'll do beige.
Okay. So highlighter in the annotation tabs.
Yeah.
And the cover of the book.
Yeah. Or like the overall vibe. Like Powerless is like all purple, like the tabs are purple and stuff. But then like, what's another book that I've read recently? I can't think of anything right now that I've tabbed that was not like the color. But I mean, like I'll do like, if it's like a multicolored book, I'll do like a bunch of blues with like a beige. If it's like a bluish cover.
Wow.
Yeah.
And it's kind of for the aesthetics, kind of for just like.
Yeah, I love like the feeling of a book that's been read. That's why I like don't read on Kindle very often.
Okay.
Like it's mine. Like I've drawn in it. And like I also, me and my friends do like Sisterhood of the Traveling Book. Like we'll share
fun.
annotations a lot and stuff. Yeah. Like I really like the feeling of like a really read, like folded, if you flip through it, like that's my book.
So do you like buying books from thrift stores then?
No, because that's not my book.
Okay.
Yeah, I also am like really bad at thrifting. It's just never something I've been good at.
I am too, because I like a new book.
Oh, me too. Yeah.
I like a spine that has not been cracked.
I'll crack it.
Oh no, I won't crack it.
I know. I know you won't.
Only because then it looks cracked on my shelf.
Yeah, but if that happens, I just turn it and the annotations are out.
Really?
Yeah.
You switch them?
Yeah. If like, yeah. And if I have 2 copies of a book, like the 7-year slip, someone in my book club sent me a signed one, prized possession. And then I have my tabs version facing out.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. I want to get back into tabbing, like annotating my book, I think.
It's like a spiritual experience. I think it hits so much harder.
I think it'll also, not that I'm fine to skim my books.
Yes.
But I feel like annotating it might also help me remember it a little bit better, because the issue is I'll read a book and a week later I don't remember the main character's name.
Yeah, it definitely does. Yeah. Well, I mean, it's like university. We all had to write everything down, but it does help.
Okay.
Yeah. I also feel like that's why I feel books as much as I do.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're taking it all in.
Everything.
Where I'm taking in like all lines of dialogue. If there is a big chunk of text though, no.
Are you a plot person or a character person?
Character.
Okay, so that's interesting. Yeah. Because if you're a character person, why aren't you reading about the character? I'm kidding.
Mark and I were talking about this. Even when it comes to like adaptations, I just care that the characters have chemistry with each other.
That's fair.
I don't actually care what they look like either, but like plot points and setting, don't care, because I probably don't remember it.
Oh, interesting. Okay,
yeah.
I have like the craziest memory. My mom will read a book and then I'll read it and she'll be like, do you remember what happened in this like 6 years ago? And I'm like, they went here and they went this and they did this. Yeah.
Really?
I think it's like actually the only space in my brain I have. Like I fear I have nothing else going on.
To remember very specific things about books.
Yeah.
Interesting. I remember very few books.
Interesting.
Aquarius and Fury is probably the book that I remember the most because I've read it so many times.
Yeah.
And I have that one annotated, like
the house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And just like I've had so many copies throughout the years because I'll loan it to a friend and then the friend keeps it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, never mind.
Inevitably.
I'm not gonna do that again.
Yeah.
Do you lend your books out or no?
Honestly, kind of.
Okay.
But I always get them back.
Oh.
My friends, like, I'm also like very type A with like, this is mine. I drew in it. It's my baby. Like it means the most to me.
Yeah.
And I only really give out books that are like, this changed my life and I'm going to change yours too.
Okay, fair.
So I do always, for the most part, get them back, I think.
Wow.
Yeah.
I very I don't often lend them out.
Yeah, okay.
And the issue, like my mom and my grandma are huge readers.
Yeah.
And they love to like just like share books.
Yeah.
But I know if I give either one of them, I'm not going to get
coming
back.
back.
And my mom love her to death.
Yeah.
Like you can tell her books are read.
Yes, my mom too.
She'll put it like flat on the counter. I'm like, that's fine. And
it went through a washing machine.
Oh
it's
my
been
God.
in the ocean.
My
It's
mom,
done everything.
Like it's been out in the sun.
Yeah.
It has got like stuff spilled on it.
Fold around.
Oh yeah.
Like, that's painful. Yeah.
And again, that's the only like I only get very type A about my books.
Yeah.
Like that. I don't know. If I do it, I'm fine. If someone else is doing it to my books.
Crime. Yeah, jail time.
Yeah, no.
Cardinal sin.
One of my friends I lent a book to, and she dropped it in the snow, and she just so she was like, I'm like, and I had no rush. It was like Every Summer After, which I have read years ago.
Yeah,
and she goes, listen. She was like, I'm gonna show you this. She was like, I will buy you a new one.
You're like, you better.
Like, no, I didn't make her because it wasn't horrible.
Okay,
but like pages were all like rippled.
Wavy.
I was like, oh damn. And that was my annotated copy. I literally, it's like
Oh,
totally
it's a
fine because I read
crime.
it so long ago and I'm not going to reread, nor am I going to go look at the annotations.
I've never. I flip through Magnolia sometimes when I like need to feel something.
Okay, yeah, of
but
course.
that's like kind of the only one.
Damn.
Yeah.
But they look so pretty.
They do, and I feel like I take so much more in, and like you just like remember a little, like even that cut him or cut me and I bleed him quote, like I know it verbatim.
Wow.
Like the Great Undoing tattoo that I have is like a paragraph, and I like can pretty much verbatim do it. Do not make me right now.
Yeah, I won't.
But I like do
when
know the gist of it.
When you absolutely need to, you could.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I will listen to the audiobook walking my dog at like 2 a.m, and I'll be like walking down the streets of Toronto sobbing like, cut me and I'd bleed him, and then I like mouthing it along like it's a song. So, no, it's sick.
Do you like audiobooks or ebooks more?
Audiobooks over ebooks for sure.
Really?
I'm not a huge Kindle person unless I know I'm not going to annotate it. Same with audiobooks. Like dark romance and mystery. That's it.
That's the only things you listen to as an audiobook.
Yeah, or like the odd romance that like the whole first Abby Jimenez series. I was like, I'm going to listen to this.
Okay, yeah.
So they're not, but all 3 of them aren't annotated.
Fair.
So that's okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Okay, I have to ask because it's the last thing I remember us talking about. Have you read Throne of Glass yet?
I was like, I know where this is going. I have not. I actually just got something spoiled for me while I was on vacation because my friend did not know that I hadn't read it.
What was the spoiler?
You're going to have to bleep it out because it's a big one.
That's fine.
Okay. That.
Oh my God, that is a big one.
Yeah, no,
that's the whole damn series.
I know. And we were at dinner and she was like, and I was like, oh no, it's fine. No, it's totally good. No. Yeah. I texted Emily right away, like M Fun's books.
Yeah.
And she was like, oh yeah, no. I'm surprised you didn't know that, but I'm gonna kick your friend.
I mean, I am so surprised that you didn't spoil that for yourself at any given point.
I've never spoiled anything.
So did you really?
Never.
You're able to dodge all of them?
Maybe I just am not listening. I was always like, and I say to Emily all the time, like whoever it is.
Yeah.
And she's like, yeah. And now in retrospect, I understand why people are like, yeah.
Wait, so you had seen both names before and just didn't connect the two?
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know.
I am going to have to bleep that.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, 100%.
That's fine.
Literally. But no, huge spoiler. Yeah.
I mean, you should be proud of yourself that you never did that.
I know.
I have such a bad habit of spoiling things for myself.
I can't think of a time I've ever done it.
Yeah, I'm a glutton for punishment. I'll go search up TikToks. Even like the new Hunger Games book is out right now. I've like looked up quotes. I know what the epilogue is. Like, and
I feel like you kind of know where it's gonna go though.
Well, that's the thing. You do and you don't. Like, you obviously know he wins the games.
Well, that's like I saw a bunch of people getting mad, being like, "You're spoiling the ending," and people are like, "Babe, so this did happen 50 years ago.
Yeah,
we do in fact know that he won because he's alive."
Yeah. Okay, so does this newfound Throne of Glass spoiler mean you're delayed in picking up the series?
Definitely. It's not coming anytime soon. I'm gonna be honest. I know. I just like no. There's no world. I have like no intense desire.
Okay.
To be honest.
Okay.
Yeah. I also feel like you only get to read it once.
You do.
Yeah.
Which is why I haven't finished the last book in the series.
See, that's out of pocket. That's bizarre.
Yeah. Been half done for, I talked about this in the first episode, 7 years.
Yeah, that's odd behavior.
Because it came out in 2018.
Yeah. I love that for you. It's odd behavior.
I want to reread it.
Yeah.
All again.
Yeah.
And then I will finish with the last book and I will have my
moment.
I will have my moment, my concluding moment with the series.
Are you going to annotate the whole series?
I should.
You should.
Shouldn't I?
Yeah.
Because when I read it for the first time.
Yeah.
I was about 13.
Oh my God. Okay.
Oh yeah. It was a long time ago.
Yeah.
But I got them from the library.
Oh.
I only now own the physical copies because I think Indigo or the publishing company sent them to me a couple years ago when the new covers came out, which everyone was in an uproar about.
You should get the UK covers to annotate.
Hey, but how much are the UK covers?
Like 100 Canadian, the whole series.
Oh.
Yeah. That's what I have.
Why can't I picture the UK covers
They're
right now?
the same covers, but they're all gray and they have one color on the front.
Ooh, okay.
They look really pretty annotated.
Fine. Maybe I will do that.
I know. They just look gorgeous annotated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me like try and like slowly get back into annotating in the first place. Damn, okay. But when you do pick up Throne of Glass eventually, would you film it? Would you vlog it?
That was always the plan.
Okay.
Like it was going to be like my first YouTube video. And then I kind of just took a step back from that for a while.
Okay.
I think if I do it, I want to do full spoilers, but like I don't want to do it yet.
Well, because normally you do, I saw one of your, it's spoiler free.
I always do spoiler free.
Okay.
Yeah. I think like it stresses me out to do spoilers because it's like, what nuanced moment do I talk to you?
It's fair. Yeah.
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 Versus like, okay, I'm at a natural stopping point. Like, let's talk about how I'm feeling.
Right.
I also feel like reading is so subjective. Like I feel like if I did spoilers all the time, it would be like unfun. You'd be like, well, I didn't react to that moment, you know?
Yes. Yeah. Even like I'm doing a reading vlog for Sunrise on the Reaping, but I was like, I don't know if I'm noticing the same things as everyone else. And then I'm like, maybe I should have done this spoiler free.
I feel like that's a good one to do spoilers. I also have never read Hunger Games and I'm doing a full spoiler series for that.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Did you read Divergent growing up? Oh, you didn't read growing up. That's why.
I read when I was young. So I read like Shiver and Matched, like those kinds of books. And
that's
then
such a like fever
throwback.
dream of a book.
I know.
Because although I didn't read those ones that long ago, it was probably like when I was 13, I read like 160 books that year.
Crazy.
So I hit out like
the big ones.
I think like the big ones. Yeah. But I did read Hunger Games, Divergent.
Yeah.
All of that like very like 11, 12 years old.
Yeah.
Wow. So you haven't read the Hunger Games?
No. And then I read Twilight and everything. Actually, the reason I stopped reading was because my mom asked to borrow my Twilight books and she read all of Breaking Dawn in a weekend. And I was like, cool, I'll never read that fast. I'm never going to read again.
Wait, so your mom didn't read it before you did?
No.
Is your mom a reader or no?
Like a medium reader.
Okay.
Yeah, like she was a reader to me when I was a kid. Now I'm like, you don't read. Like you're a summer reader. You're a fair weather reader.
Vacation reader.
Yeah.
My parents, massive readers.
Yeah.
Both of them read Twilight. Both of them force-fed Twilight.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Oh, yeah. My dad included.
Yeah.
Who will like I was gonna say he'll never admit it. He probably.
I'm like that kind of eats. I love that.
Like it's like everyone in my family read Twilight. So like when I was in like the 7th grade, they were like, here you go.
You got to do it.
Yeah. Although like Breaking Dawn, I hated.
I have no recollection.
Because, well, I don't either, but they have the one wolf point of view, if you recall that.
Is this a spoiler? What wolf?
What?
Yeah, like what do you mean
like
the one
Jacob.
wolf? Okay, that's what I thought you meant, but I was like, why are you not saying his name?
I'm so sorry.
I was like, is this a spoiler that I don't know?
No.
Okay, yes, yeah.
But like you have Bella's point of view for the first 3 books, and then you get to the last one, and it's a mix of hers, and I was like, what?
Yeah. I don't recall, to be honest.
You're not missing anything, and the issue is too.
I am going to reread.
Pardon?
I am going to reread because I just got the special edition.
See, I just reread it, and I was like,
why?
Ew.
I'm me saying I'm about to reread it, and then you saying you read it, and me like, why'd you do that?
Wasn't the same.
No. At all. No, I know it won't be, but I got the beautiful special edition, so I need to like.
Where did you get special editions from?
Have you not seen them?
No.
They're gorgeous. It's like the 10-year anniversary editions. They're like reimagined covers with like black starred sprayed edges.
Have not seen these.
Oh, so gorgeous.
At Indigo or at like Fairy Loot or something?
No, they're like just the re-release, like any bookstore kind of vibe. Yeah.
Well, now I'm going to have to buy those ones.
Yeah, I know. Exactly. And I never read Midnight Sun. I don't know if I will, but yeah.
That one was also weird because, well, she wrote it.
And then it got leaked.
And then she was like, screw you guys, I'm not releasing this for another 10 years now.
And apparently it just like wasn't as good.
It was all right.
Yeah.
I think like Twilight had its moment. It came and it went.
Yeah.
It would have been so good if she had released it, I think, all those years ago.
Yeah.
Now the same demand for the book just like wasn't there. We all read it and we were like, okay.
Thank you.
It's fine. Although, like, watching Twilight is such a comfort movie.
Oh, I do it every fall.
Every time. If it rains at any point in October, November, December, I'm like, yep, on.
Yeah, literally. Literally.
Okay, so mystery novels you listen to as audiobooks.
For the most part, usually.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have you always liked thriller novels, mystery novels, or?
Kind of. Like.
Did you start at Frida McFadden?
No, I don't like Frida McFadden.
Okay.
Yeah, I've only read one I liked, and I've read 6.
Okay, we'll get into that in a second. How did you get into them?
I'm trying to think like what would be the first one that I...
Was it like Silent Patient?
I haven't read it.
Don't.
Yeah.
Like
I was like, people love or hate it. But I'm a big Lisa Jewell fan. I love Lisa Jewell's thrillers or like mysteries. Okay. None of this is true. Then she was gone.
And then she was gone? Oh no.
You don't like it?
Okay, here's the thing. Books are subjective.
Yes.
We just talked about this book too. Or like Mark and I did. That book was too dark.
Oh, I love dark. Yeah.
That book was way too dark.
Yeah. Actually, I listened to that on audio and then made my mom listen to it. And she was like, my driving at night.
Told me to read it.
Oh,
and I
okay.
said, how dare you give me this book?
Okay, so you don't like dark. That's good to know. So my recs for you just changed. Okay.
I like dark. I'll read a dark romance.
Yes.
This book, like spoilers, I'm not recommending this book to anyone.
Yes.
So anyone listening to this, you're going to get spoiled. That psycho tutor leaving the child in the basement, impregnating her, and then leaving her to starve to death.
Yeah.
I couldn't stop crying. Like, genuinely.
I feel like we knew that. I think that's what I love about Lisa Jewell is that it's like you kind of already know where it's going to go. It's just like how crazy it is. You sit back and you're like, what the... Can I swear?
Yeah.
What the fuck? Like you sit back at the end and you're like, whoa. Yeah.
I knew it was coming.
Just didn't think it would be that bad.
And it was more just like she left her to die in the, also like, no, I actually think we need to move on because I cannot speak on this book.
Did you like None of This Is True?
Didn't read it. I read, and then she was gone and I was like, I'm done with this author.
I think you could do None of This Is True. It's way lighter, but not in a light way. It's not light.
She is, because this book impacted me so much, I know that she is a great writer.
That's fair.
And I know the writing is great and the storyline was brilliant. I just gave it a 1.5 because I just, no. I
honestly, as you should.
I can't. And I think I was being generous on my Instagram story when I did that. I think I might have given just like a flat 1 on Goodreads. Because I just...
And you're like, and I meant that one. Yeah.
It was too dark.
None of This Is True is going to be a movie.
What is that one about?
It's a girl who has a podcast, ironically, and it's about.
Okay.
It's not the same thing. Don't worry, you're fine. It's like about women in business and like being a strong, independent woman. And she meets this girl at her child's school that's like, I'm gonna start reinventing myself now. Have me on your podcast.
Huh.
Yeah, I won't tell you anything else.
Very different than And Then She Was Gone.
Actually, no, it's exactly the same. Like in energy. But like
in energy, but in
plot is so
line?
different.
Okay.
Yeah, but like it has the exact same energy, but it's not as dark. It's also like kind of an open-ended ending.
Oh, see, I don't like those either.
But it's not open-ended like you don't have an answer. It's open-ended like I don't think anyone knows.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Last thing I'll say about And Then She Was Gone is the mom just keeps the grandchild in the end, forgets about her own daughter.
Because she's dead.
Yes. But
yeah,
I just...
I know. No, I know.
God.
And like she dated that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The guy was the tutor's husband?
No, mistress, right? Something along those
like
lines.
That, maybe,
yeah.
The issue is I want it banished from my memory and I can't. Unfortunately, it's stuck.
It's stuck there.
Yeah, because this year I went through like a major thriller thing. Mm-hmm. I don't know the first one that I picked up though. Silent Patient was like in there. The twist at the end, I was like, okay.
Yeah.
Didn't see it coming, but I was just like,
could live without.
Yeah. Okay, but Frida McFadden.
Yeah.
What 6 have you read? And which one's your favorite?
Oh my God. The Housemaid, The Inmate. I have like no recollection. They're all sitting on my bookshelf and I'm trying to picture them.
Oh, you didn't read them on Kindle Unlimited?
No.
Okay.
I audioed all of them, I think, except for The Housemaid.
Okay.
I read The Housemaid in one sitting and I was like, this is so fun. Actually, I hate it. No, I actually was gaslighting myself. I'm not having fun. I loved Ward D. That was the only one that I really liked.
Really?
Yeah.
That one was all right. That one was a little dark.
See, so there's a theme going on here.
Yes, there is. I see it. I get it.
Full picture.
Damn. Okay, what about you didn't like the inmate?
No, it was really...
That was bad.
Yeah, really bad.
That was bad.
What was... Oh, Never Lie. Obviously, that's how it ended.
No.
I was not shocked a moment.
Really?
Not a moment.
I have never read that's my favorite thriller.
Yeah, see, Heather says the same thing. I just clocked all of it, I feel like.
I didn't. I had... When it was... I don't want to, because I recommended this.
Yeah.
How am I going to phrase this then? When the like point of view changed at the end, I was like, do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, like duh.
No.
I think too hard for thrillers is my problem. I put my tinfoil hat on.
Mine was on too, and I thought I had not predicted that at all.
See, like I love that for you. I wish.
Damn.
Yeah. That's my problem with thrillers is I go in and I'm like, tinfoil hat is on. I'm going to solve all of these. And then when it gets me, I'm like, that was amazing. And when it does what I think it's going to do, I'm like, okay, I could do that too.
So what's a thriller that got you?
Honestly, like none of this is true. Then She Was Gone. All the Lisa Jewell books I like because you know where they're going.
Yeah.
Ward D got me.
Ward D was pretty good.
I thought it was so good.
Now that I'm thinking of the twist.
Yeah.
I didn't see it coming.
No, that was the only one by Frida I didn't see coming.
The Inmate was so predictable.
So good. Just so predictable.
Yeah.
Yeah, not good. Sorry, so I was going to say so not good, and then I was like, that's really mean. That's not what I mean.
No.
They're just not for me. They're too quick.
They are very quick, and they all follow the same time.
Formula.
Like, same formula. That's a good way to put it. Did you read The Teacher?
No. I haven't read anything since.
That is my least favorite.
Did you read The Crash? Do they all start with the?
Yeah, they might. Oh, yeah, because The Boyfriend.
Yeah. Haven't read that one.
Don't.
Yeah.
That one's very popular, and I didn't love it.
Yeah.
Crash was okay. Not like the ending. I was just like, okay.
Yeah.
Weird. I don't care. Which one? The Inmate. Oh no, The Teacher. Listen, I like an age gap romance. This was so disturbing because she is 16 and he is 39.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
What's wrong?
On the screen. Can you see the books?
Oh yeah, yes. I can see the books.
Yeah.
Okay, wait. I've read all of these.
That's crazy work. Yeah.
Except for I haven't read The Coworker.
I've heard that one's actually good.
I want to read all of them.
What's the one that's the boy?
Oh, The Perfect Son?
Yeah, my mom read that and didn't like it.
I haven't read that one yet.
Yeah.
But she has a new one coming out soon, The Tenant.
Yeah.
The
I don't know
Perfect
how
Son.
she does it so fast.
Oh my, well, they're so like, same formula. She's just changing around.
I know. I want to be a Freida McFadden girl. I've just never connected to one.
If you didn't like Never Lie,
that's what
it's
a lot
not
of people
gonna
say.
happen.
I know. But then
Yeah.
I actually listened to Never Lie on a road trip, and then on the way home I listened to Word D, and I was like, I wasn't gonna give it another shot, and I did, and that was worth it.
Interesting.
And then I listened to
okay.
The Inmate, and I was like, never again. Well, I read The Inmate actually.
The Inmate, yeah, that like, I went back and forth on like what I was thinking, but I was like, it's gonna be one of these guys. One of these guys is the killer.
I know. It's
and then
it's
I was
gotta
like,
be.
oh, it didn't change. Cool.
Yeah. Yeah, cool. That's amazing.
Awesome. Like wasted 3 hours of my life. That's
Yeah.
it. And The Housemaid, I liked.
Yeah, I haven't read on. Did you?
No.
Yeah.
No, because I like a twist at the end.
Yeah.
This twist happened midway through.
Yeah, and then it just
And
kind of
I
kept
was just
twisting.
Like, okay.
It was like
cool.
doing like 45-degree turns.
Yeah, it was just like, I don't know. I'm excited to see the movie though.
I am too.
I think the movie will be good. It's well casted.
Yeah.
Did you like Verity? That's another thriller.
Yeah, but I
Okay.
read it so long ago.
Yeah.
I don't feel any type of way about it, and I don't have any thoughts about Colleen Hoover, period. Like,
But It Ends
left
With
my
Us
brain.
was the first book that you read, right?
It Ends With Us, yeah. It was just
Okay.
like someone gave it to me, and I was like, maybe I could read.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then by fluke, I posted a video, and now here we are.
Wow. So how did you actually like get into making content? Was it?
No, so I already kind of did like fashion stuff throughout university.
Okay.
Like fashion travel kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And then I was actually like signed with management at the time, and I left my management when I started doing this.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, basically I just like saw other people's book talk videos, and I was like, I love this sit down form of content, so I'm just
Okay.
gonna do it. And then I posted the first one, and that first one has like 6.5 million views.
Wow.
Yeah, and it was just like a fluke.
Okay.
And I'd always wanted to do it.
Yeah.
And I just like never really found something that like fit well with me. But I love like video producing, and I like editing, and I like all of that stuff. And this just like was like my angel in the sky vibes.
Well, that's
yeah.
like you said at the beginning, like your job is to read.
I know.
And it doesn't get any better.
I know. And like giving people book recs that like change their lives never gets old.
Ooh, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
You do like very specific book recommendations.
Yes. Okay.
What is the most specific someone has ever asked for?
Oh my God.
Can you think of anything? Or like one where you just like couldn't think of a book?
People always ask for trope related, very specific. I don't like, I can't look at a cover and remember what the trope is. I can remember what happened, but I like am bad at suggesting based on tropes, but it's more like if somebody says like, give me something that'll make me feel like Gossip Girl, but will make me sob, Magnolia Parks.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can't think of any right now. I haven't done one of those in so long. I completely forgot I did that.
Yeah. But it's a gift because I can do it better on tropes than I can on
weirdly, oddly specific.
I think so. Yeah, because I'm often like, a lot of my content is like based around the trope and things like that. Yeah, so I am much better with my tropes. Like if someone shows me a cover, I'm like, I'm pretty good on the tropes. But when it comes to like, I don't know. It also depends on how long ago I read the book.
Yeah, that's fair.
And if I liked it or not.
Yeah. Yeah. I honestly go into most books with like, I'm going to love this. And I very rarely don't like a book. I also am very like, that was so redeeming of you. I didn't love you, but like I understand why this person would love you.
Okay.
You know?
Would you ever write your own book?
I've been asked this a lot recently, and like until like 2 or 3 months ago, no.
Okay.
But also like no plans.
Right.
Yeah, like I have no calling to write something, but I like the way that Olivia Blake makes me feel. I'm like, I would love to do that for someone.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. I just
do
think
you
it's
like
cool.
to write?
I did a lot when I was younger.
Okay.
I like do as like a fun exercise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the idea of, I know that's the thing. I get asked all the time too. And I always say I would love to.
Yeah.
I don't have an idea.
Yeah.
And I'm also like, that's a lot of writing.
And I would love to build out a character like that. I would love to do, but I don't know if I would be like, I don't know where I would sit on the line of like, you're trying too hard with this writing, you know?
Well, that's the other thing too. There are some authors who are too into book talk.
Yeah.
Where I'm like, you're listening to us too much. Just go and do what you're good at and write the book.
Come back.
Yeah. Don't mention any pop culture references. Don't mention scrolling on TikTok once.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm like done.
Yeah.
Please don't do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. What genre would you do?
Probably like romance, if anything.
Okay.
I don't think I could build out a fantasy world.
I don't think I could either.
Yeah.
I think I would need to start, unless it was like YA fantasy, could potentially pull it off.
Yeah, I still don't think I could.
Really?
Yeah. I think that's like a very unique talent, being able to like build out a world that like tracks.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I loved like Powerless by Lauren Roberts.
I love that.
I love that series. And she's my age. I think we're both 21.
I know.
Wild.
Fearless next week.
I have the arc. Oh, I actually no, this episode will come out after.
It'll be out. Yeah.
So it's fine. I can say that.
Yeah.
Yes, I have the arc.
Have you read it?
Nope. Because I just got it a couple days ago.
That's painful. I love that for you. That's amazing.
But I can't talk about it. This is the first time I've actually ever said it out loud.
Dude, the epilogue is in Kit's point of view.
It is? Mm-hmm. I don't like that.
You know, it makes it feel like Pei and Kai aren't going to end up together.
No, I don't.
I know.
I don't like that.
I know.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
I hated... Was Kit's point of view in the last one?
The epilogue.
A little bit.
Yeah.
I don't like him.
I don't hate him. Like
I
he's
like
just
Kai
trying.
so much better.
Yeah, obvious.
Yeah.
That's the
Duh.
point. I don't hate him, but
it's not even like a proper love triangle because I really... Like, he's not an option.
I don't think it's going to be a love triangle. I think that it's political.
I hope so.
Yeah.
I hope so. I have read like the first chapter.
Yeah, you gotta.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I know, but the podcast has been busy and
oh my God, no, I know. But I mean like the moment you get it.
Yeah,
you gotta read the first page.
I will sit down and like, it's thick.
Is it? How long is it?
No idea. 500 pages probably. It's much bigger than the other two.
Interesting. Reckless was too short though, so.
Reckless was like really good just like for the vibes, like the romance
the
vibes. Yeah.
Just like nothing happened.
I don't remember a lot happening.
Yeah. I don't think you have to remember.
They were stuck in like some like sewer or something. And that's when they kissed for like maybe the first time. I was like, we waited a book and a half. And like,
I know.
Do you like a slow burn?
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That is the epitome, I would say, of like a slow burn.
It is. Yeah.
Loved it. Okay. I have some questions.
Okay.
I have some.
Okay. Are you going to read me quotes and then?
Okay, yes.
Okay.
So I went through some of your favorite books.
It's crazy.
And I pulled some quotes from them.
Okay.
And you just have to guess.
Okay.
I think these are majority of your favorite books or ones that you've read recently. Okay. It wasn't a secret society. It wasn't an ancient library. It wasn't an experiment that had taken
Yeah, it was complex.
Yep.
Secret society, done. Yeah.
Damn. Okay. Next.
That's the only one I know I'm gonna get. So I was like, I have to jump in. So it looks like I really know my shit.
Okay. No, fair. I have 2 quotes just in case like you didn't actually get it for the first one, but I wasn't even done that one. Okay. If you spend your life dwelling on the worst possible thing, when it finally happens, you've lived it twice.
Magnolia Parks.
No, I got another one. This is more of your recent reads. I'm almost positive. Okay. You're my soulmate. I'll find you in the next life. I found you in this one.
Oh my God. No idea.
We've talked about it in this episode. It's a romance.
It's a romance. Oh, The Summer Slip.
No. Life's Too Short by Abby Jimenez.
Oh, crazy. I listened to that. Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't annotate that one.
Damn. Okay. Well, there you go. Okay.
Yeah.
Take them back. Your soul is yours. Your heart is yours. Your body is yours. Yours to keep and yours to share. This is another recent one you've read recently.
Yours to keep and yours to share.
Okay, I got another one.
Okay.
If you were mine, name.
Yeah.
There would be no doubt with what position.
Oh my God, you'd play first string, long shot.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'd play fifth.
Did you like this book?
Loved it. It's really dark.
It is.
Yeah.
Because the cover doesn't make it seem like it's dark. So
no.
Okay.
It's like a very on-page just depiction of domestic abuse.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, like really heavy, but like really impactful. And the reason that she wrote it is like there's a real reason. She had there was something going on in the media that she was like, if I can tell this story, I want to try. That's what Kennedy Ryan always says, which I think is super
I haven't read any of her
impactful.
books.
Yeah. She writes with a purpose.
Okay, I have so many books to read after this. Okay.
I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. Sometimes you need people to be perfect and they can't be, and you hate them forever for not being, even though it's not their fault and it's not yours either. You just needed something they didn't have. You just needed something they didn't have in them to give you.
I feel like that sounds like Jessa, but I don't know which one. No?
Another one. What if life is just a collection of essentially unrelated experiences? Why does one thing have to follow meaning? Why does one thing? I think I'm missing a word there. Nope. Just interesting writing. Why does one thing have to follow meaningfully from another?
I have no idea.
I don't think the book has quotation marks in it.
Oh my God, intermezzo. Mm-hmm. I didn't like it.
I haven't read it.
Yeah, no, I did. I thought it was really impactful, but it's not my type of academic-esque writing.
Huh.
Yeah.
I just heard it was kind of boring.
I saw the value in it.
Okay.
And I was like, cool, I really understand what you're doing. I really understand what this is, why there's no quotation marks, your voice. I understand all of that.
Yeah.
I just feel empty. There was no... It was literally just something that happened, it felt like. Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah.
Did you like Normal People?
Haven't read anything else by Sally Rooney.
That was your first one? Really?
Yeah. And I will read more. I appreciated it a lot.
Yeah.
It just... I literally felt empty leaving it. I felt heavy.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't read any of hers because of the lack of quotations.
Honestly, you get over it.
But I skim.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
So
okay,
how am I supposed to read the quotations if I don't know where they are?
Oh my God.
Is the thing.
Fair.
I'm reading, I need to read the quotations.
Yeah.
So I have it. It's a very small book. I think I can do it one time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Also, that'd be an audiobook.
Ooh, it would be. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay, maybe I look, even though I just bought the book a couple weeks ago, maybe I look into an audiobook.
It's the trophy.
Fair. Yes, agreed. Even when I read a Kindle and it's really good, I'm buying the physical copy.
Even if it's really bad, I'm buying the physical copy.
Oh, damn. Okay. Yeah. Well, it depends. We'll see. Okay.
Yeah.
Last one. Okay. One day I'm going to carve your heart out and keep it as a souvenir, I promise.
That sounds like Jessa. I hate saying that. It's not. Okay, keep going.
Damn, I don't think I did. I didn't do a Magnolia Parks one.
Okay, cool. That's fine. Then I know that now. I think everything is her.
Okay. Maybe you'll get it with this one.
Okay.
Don't you know not to run away from predators, sweetheart? We like the hunt.
Is it the Predator?
Yeah.
I'm like, is it the first one? Yeah.
So you just recently read these ones?
Yes, the Dark Forest series.
Okay.
I've read the first 3.
Yeah. After the third one, I could not continue.
Oh, interesting.
It was too dark.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Yeah,
good
so I really don't think I like dark books.
Yeah, fair.
Because the first 2 were good.
Yeah.
The third one, for some reason, I'm blanking on.
Dante and Amara. Is his name Dante?
I think so. Amara makes sense in my
Amara's
head.
the girl, yeah.
She's been through some stuff, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
You know from the first books, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Good books. I quite liked them. But
they're fun. Like they're a fun reading experience. They don't like take a lot of brain power.
Yeah, no, absolutely not. As mafia romances
tend to not. Yeah. No. I love it.
Have you read Sophie Lark's before?
Yes.
Like Stolen Air?
Yeah.
Okay.
I have.
But it's not ringing a bell as much as I love the books.
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, good to know.
Yeah. I read them like a long time ago.
Yeah, they're a little bit older. They're like, it's not original book talk, but like they're in and around there.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Well, thank you so much for coming on and chatting.
Thank you for having me.
We went through a lot.
I feel like we yapped.
Magnolia Parks. We went to, what did we talk about then? Oh, Olivia Blake.
Yeah.
To thrillers.
All the book recs.
All the book recs. So before we end the episode, I like to give whoever's listening or watching a book rec. Like one book to go out and read after.
Done.
It's up to you. You have to give one book rec for everyone to go.
Oh, I get it. Oh my God. Okay. I was like, wait, what?
No.
I was like, is that the title? I have to give everyone a book. That is like,
one book.
Isn't it like a God tier book? Oh, yeah. Okay. Something that's a little different. Something I think if you haven't read, you have to read.
Okay.
My favorite book from last year, other than Into the Dark, God of the Woods by Liz Moore.
You liked it.
Was my favorite book.
Okay, I have it. I've been apprehensive to start it because people are like the confusing timelines and the confusing multiple point of views.
You know where it is. Like there's like a timeline at the beginning of every chapter, and it's like highlighted which year you're in.
Okay.
It is like it is a mystery thriller, but it's like the story of these women in the 1970s and like everything that they went through, and everything about it is sad. Actually, I gave it to one of my best friends, Emily, to read, and she had like a very different experience with it than I did because of her own lived experience. Yeah. Like she really didn't have sympathy for some characters that I really did. It was really interesting.
Okay, now so I have to go read that.
Yep.
And everyone else, and Magnolia Parks, and One from Anime.
Yes.
That's where I'm going to start.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Okay, amazing. Well, thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you for having me.
If you guys want to follow Madison, she also has a book club. I'll link it in the description below. And thanks for listening to Off the Shelf. And we will see you guys next Thursday.